Alrighty folks, I got another classic for you guys today. It usually works better if I've got another person to do some harmonies with me, but I want to show you guys how to play this song by yourselves so you can do it whenever you like. So this is No Sugar Tonight by the Guess Who. I haven't played this one in a long time, so it kind of bringing me back a little bit. I'm kind of excited. So, you guys know the intro, okay? We'll start off with the intro. Now, I usually do the chords in terms of the actual, like this is an E chord to the F sharp chord, and then, you know, B to the C sharp. That's what you're hearing, but for the sake of this lesson, I'm going to show you guys, we're going to talk about the shapes of the chords and not the actual chords that I'm playing. In case anybody's wondering, this, believe it or not, is a capo. This is the old style capos that they used to use before they had those easy ones that you could just slap on your guitar. So that's what this funky little thing is right here. So I've got a capo on my 4th fret, okay? And so how we start this song is obviously if they've got the intro, right? And so I'm going to show you guys what it is that we're doing on this intro. Now, we're going from our C chord. Okay, we're going to start off by hitting the A string, okay, the 3rd fret after the capo, the 3rd fret, should I say it like that? I'm going to call it the 7th fret. No, I'll call it the 3rd fret. So the 3rd fret after the capo, that's what I mean, that's what I'm trying to decide. So the 3rd fret, you hit, and you pluck, and you accent, okay? You accent that 3rd fret, and then you go, you kind of rake the chord, okay, which means you kind of play it slowly and hard to kind of accentuate every note, okay? So you accent that first note, play the whole chord, and then you play with your pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string, right? And then you go to your D chord, okay? C, right? Accent the first note, play the whole chord, and then on the upstroke, you hit that high 3rd fret of the E string to kind of accent it, and then you rake your D chord, and then you hit the G note by itself as an accent, okay, so that's the low 3rd fret of the low E, okay, and then you're going to go your G chord, you hit it, you hit the low G, then you play your open G chord, you have your 3rd fret on the 3rd, you have your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, you hit it after hitting the B string open, excuse me, so you hit the G string, and then you hit your regular G chord. Try not to hit the last string, by the way, you're trying to focus on the strings beneath the E string. Okay, you hit your G note, play the open G chord with the B string open, and then you accent the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. Right? And then after that, you can play your A chord. Alright, so this is how that whole intro sounds all the way through. And then the next part, you run up to the C, and then you're gonna go, you rake to the chord, but try not to hit the high E this time. Okay? Because when you rake into your C note, and that's the 1st fret of the B, okay? You want to rake into that B note so that you can hear it, and then you're gonna try to accent that, and then you've got a little melody to play. Because this is what you want to try to do. If you're playing this by yourself in order to entertain people, you want to have the melody in between the chords, okay? That's what really impresses people, and that's what we're trying to go for here. Okay? Did you guys see what I did there? So I'm going the A string to the 2nd fret of the A string, and then the 3rd fret of the A string. That's how you run into your C chord. And then you're going to go from the melody that you're going to get in between playing the chords is this. You're going to go C, D, E, C, and then you want to rake up to your D chord, but don't hit that E string again, right? You rake up your D chord, and then you hit, the last note you hit is the 3rd fret of the B string, and then you accent the 2nd fret of the G string, and then you accent on an upstroke the 2nd fret of the high E string, and it sounds like this. Right? And you guys should be able to do that melody while playing the chords, right? And then you hit your G, just like in the first part, you hit the G note by itself, except that this time we're going to go like this. Sorry. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so now this time when you go to the G, when you go to your G, you want to hit it with your 1st finger. Okay, now this part's a little bit kind of tricky. It's funky how this gets done. Your 1st finger is on the 3rd fret of the E string. Your 2nd finger is on the 3rd fret of the high E string. Okay, because you want this, you want these fingers to be prepared because the melody goes up here. Okay, so you're gonna hit that G with your 1st finger, and then you're gonna rake down to the highest E string, and you're gonna go the G, the high 3rd fret, and then you can go 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 3rd fret, and then you go into your A chord. Okay? Now hopefully I haven't made this too confusing for you guys, so I'm just going to play that part again. Now you don't have to play it exactly like I'm playing it. You'll find that a lot of times I play it, as long as you get that low G note, and then you rake up to that next chord, as long as I get that low G note, I'll hit the low G note, and then I'll forget about it, and I'll use my 1st finger to come up to that high, the high 3rd fret of the high E string. Okay, and then you're going 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 3rd fret, and then open A, right? Do it twice. And then this is when we get into the fun part, alright? So what you want to do is you want to keep your 3rd finger always on this 3rd fret of the B string, okay? Okay, so for this first part, what we want to try to do, because the bass comes in really heavy without after the guitar comes in, so I want to try to replicate that just using just my acoustic guitar. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to only play the top highest strings right off the bat after that A chord. Okay. And all I'm doing is obviously I've got my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then my 2nd finger and my 1st finger are coming off for that sort of implied C chord kind of thing. Anyway, that's what you're doing, is you're lifting them off and then hammering them on. That's what makes that kind of... Right? And so that's what makes that. Now, I don't know if the guitarist actually does this in the song, but what I tend to do if I'm playing this song by myself on acoustic guitar is I'll go like this, right? After that first A chord, then you come into it. You play that twice, and then you go like this. So what I'm doing here is I'm going after you play it twice, okay? you hammer it on. You hammer on these two fingers. Go for 2 beats. And then after you know, you're gonna run in with the bass into the next sort of chord, into the next D chord, okay? And what you want to do is you want to go from the G, okay? You hit the G, and then you hit the open A, and then you hammer it on to the C note. Okay, so you're gonna go G, A, C, C. Okay, so you want to try to have it so that you have that C note on the first beat of the third bar, I guess, you know, the third sort of movement, right? G, A, C, 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 G, C, C, G. Okay, so you're basically playing like it's a C chord. You want to take your first finger off. Sometimes I won't do it just for out of habit, but you should. This is what you're trying to do. Okay, you're gonna go. You hammer on your second and your first finger, right? And then you take your second finger, put it on the 3rd fret of the A string, which is the C note, and then you take this first finger off, right? And then after you hit that C for one long note, you hit the G, and this. As I said, this 3rd finger never moves, and it's okay if you hit the high E when you're doing these chords, right? So you're going to go from that C to that low G, which is the third fret of the low E string. So you're going from the 3rd fret of the A string to the 3rd fret of the E string, and then that's when you hammer on to the D note, right? And so I'm gonna play that so you guys can get a feel of what I'm talking about after this A chord, right? Right? Do 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 do. Lonely feeling deep inside, right? So that's what I'm trying to get at for you guys, okay? So that's when we get right into the actual verse part. Silent footsteps crowding me, sudden darkness, but I can see. So there's a funky little thing that he does in between the last note of the chorus, but I can see, before he goes, or I'm sorry, the last note of the first verse before he goes into the chorus, okay? So, you know, before he goes into no sugar tonight in my coffee, no shade tonight, right? You're gonna want to go silent footsteps crowding me, sudden darkness, well I can see. Okay, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing there. Now the bass player is the one that does all this stuff, but as I said, I'm trying to combine the bass with the acoustic guitar with, like, you know, the lead into one thing so you can play the whole song with just you on the guitar, alright? So after that part, sudden darkness, well I can see, okay? So you're gonna hit the D, C, right? Second finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, and then you hit the A string open, then you hit the 3rd fret of the E string, which is the G, and then you hit the open E, and then you hammer on the G, you hit the hammer onto that 3rd fret of the G, and then you hit the A string open after that. That gets you ready for the slamming D chord, okay? Sudden darkness, I'll do it slow. Sudden darkness, well I can see. Alright, do you guys see what I'm doing there? So I'm going D, C, A, G, and then, right? You're going E, G, A, and then D, right? E, G, A. So that's E string, 3rd fret of the E string, and then open A afterwards, right? Sudden darkness, well I can see. No sugar tonight in my coffee, no sugar tonight in my tea. So that's what you're doing for the chorus, okay? You're going D, sugar tonight, C in my coffee, G, no sugar tonight in my tea. Sugar to stand beside me, no sugar to run with me. Down, 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 down. Okay, so you guys will notice that after the last down, 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 after that last dow, you're gonna hit the D string. You're gonna slam it, and then you're gonna do the same walk down that you did. Well, I can see, right? Down, 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 down. That's when you come back to the verse again. In the silence of her mind, quiet movements, right? And now, and it keeps on going, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm falling from her sky. No sugar tonight in my coffee, no sugar tonight in my tea, right? So it does the whole chorus again. And then after the whole chorus one part again, you know, okay, so this is what they come into now. Now instead of doing the bass, just the bass notes with the rest of the chord on that kind of D on the high part, what we're coming into is when we're doing the actual chords, okay? So now we're going C, D, to the C, G, D, to the C, G, to the D, to the C, to the G, to the D. Chuck says yes and I believe I want to talk about the things I say. He hasn't got the faith or the guts to leave and when you're standing in each other's way. Okay, so that's that whole thing. And then it kind of comes to this. You know you've been wrong, but you won't belong before you leave them all far behind. Alright, so you're going to go on the last part of the verse. You're going to go, you know you've been wrong, but it won't be long before you leave them all far behind. Okay, we're going to go into a D7th because we're preparing to go into the G chord, right? Because that's really the only time you ever play a D7th usually is when you're preparing to go to a G chord, okay? And so we're going to go into a G chord, but we're going to go into a G7, okay? You know you've been wrong, but it won't be long before you leave them all far behind, cause it's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's the new when the lady come to call. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm going, when I go into the chorus, cause it's, this is the second chorus, you know, because it's the new Mother Nature, so that's a G7th chord, in case anybody's wondering. You can either do it like this, or you can either do it like this, because it's the new Mother Nature taking over. I prefer to do it with a G-style chord. You use your pinky on the 3rd fret of the G, and you use your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the D string. Okay? And that's what allows you to have a lower 7th, okay? Because you'll notice that that's an F note. F is the 7th of the G, okay? And so this note is the same thing as this one. F, 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 F. Okay, so that's an F note. And so this G7th is the same thing as this G7th. And for this song, it kind of works better to do the lower 7th, at least acoustically anyway. This is how we usually tend to play the song, right? Cause it's the new Mother Nature taking over. D to the D7th. It's a new splendid lady come to call. Right? It's the new Mother Nature taking over. Let's get the song. Let's get the song. Let's get the song. Okay, so that's what I'm doing there. It's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's getting us all. Okay? So you're gonna go from the C to the D to the C, G. Let's get us all. And then that's when you come back to the, you know, the D to the C, G. Jocko said yes when I came back last time. It's looking like I lost a friend. But it's no use calling cause the sky is falling, right? And it does that whole thing. A bag of goodies and a bottle of wine. We're gonna get it on right tonight. Cause it's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's the new splendid lady called to call. Alright, and so that's the second chorus, once again, just repeated. Now, the third verse, the third time around on the verse, is when it's really nice to have a second singer. I don't have any really right now. The second singer will be doing a lonely feeling deep inside. Find a corner where I can hide. Silent footsteps. So the second singer will be doing that. And at the same time as that lonely feeling, another person will be doing the first verse all over again. The first verse of the second part. Jocko says yes and I believe it when they talk about the things I say. Find a corner, got no tears for the judge to leave. But when we're standing in each other's way, silent footsteps, you're walking back now to the place you've been to. You wonder what you're gonna find, right? And then blah blah blah. You know you've been wrong, but it won't be long before you leave all far behind. Cause it's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's the new splendid lady come to call, right? So then you're gonna do the second chorus one more time, and after this final second chorus, for the third time doing the second chorus, it just simply goes into back into the da-da-da thing. Does it one more time. Okay, and then so that's how they end the song. Now that the last little end part is the same part that we had done for But I Can See, except that they just ended after that. Okay. So that is the whole song right there, folks. Now I'm going to wrap it all together so that you guys can see it and appreciate it as its own song to be played on the acoustic guitar by yourself or with another singer, which would be best. It doesn't need to be electrified, don't need a drummer, you don't need a bass player. All you need is a good groove and a glass of wine. I'm drinking some wine today. This is Pinot Noir. I love this stuff. Oh yeah! Alrighty, so I'm going to play the whole song through for you guys, and I'm going to let you guys pick up the rhythm and everything as I play it along. So this is No Sugar Tonight by the Guess Who. Blah, blah. Sorry. says yes when I know I believe, but when we talk about the things I say, she hasn't got the faith or the guts to leave me when she's standing in each other's way. You're driven back now to the places you've been to, you're wondering what you're gonna find. You know you've been wrong, but it won't be long before you leave them all far behind. Cause it's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's the new splendid lady come to call. It's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's getting us all. It's getting us all. Jack said yes when I came back last time. It's looking like I lost a friend. And no use calling cause the sky is falling and it's getting pretty near the end. And a smoke-filled room in a corner basement, the situation must be right. A bag of goodies and a bottle of wine, we're gonna get it all right tonight. Cause it's the new Mother Nature taking over. Oh, now it's the new splendid lady come to call. It's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's getting us all. It's getting us all. Lonely Jack said yes and I believe her when we're talking about the things I say. Find a corner, she hasn't got the faith or the guts to leave her when she's standing in each other's way. You're driven back now to the places you've been to, you wonder what you're gonna find. Sudden darkness, you know you've been wrong, but it won't be long before you leave them all far behind. Cause it's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's the new splendid lady come to call. It's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's getting us all. It's getting us all. I don't know if that's how they end it, but that'll do. That was No Sugar Tonight by the Guess Who, classic Canadian band. They're kind of on my home team, so I figured I had to play that one for you guys. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Learn this one because it's an excellent song, very impressive. If you can play this for a lot of people, most times, 9 times out of 10, they'll think that you've got something going on the guitar. So good luck with it. Go through the video. If there's anything in here I've made too confusing, leave me a comment and I'll try to fix it up in whatever video I need to fix it up in. Peace and love, I'm Dustin Cormier. Enjoy.